Radha Krishna is the combined form of the Hindu god Krishna with his chief consort and Shakti Radha. They are regarded as the feminine as well as the masculine realities of God in several Krishnite traditions of Vaishnavism. In Krishnaism, Krishna is referred to as Swayam Bhagwan and Radha is illustrated as the primeval potency of the three main potencies of God, Haladini, Sandini, and Samvit, of which Radha is an embodiment of the feeling of love towards Krishna. With Krishna, Radha is acknowledged as the supreme goddess. Krishna is said to be satiated only by devotional service in loving servitude, personified by Radha. Various devotees worship her to attain Krishna via her. Radha is also depicted to be Krishna himself, split into two for the purpose of his enjoyment. As per scriptures, Radha is considered as the complete incarnation of Mahalakshmi. It is believed that Krishna enchants the world, but Radha enchants even him. Therefore, she is the supreme goddess of all, and together they are called Radha Krishna. In many Vaishnava sections, Radha Krishna are often identified as the avatars of Lakshmi Narayan. Names and epithets. Radha Krishna can be broken into two. Krishna, the incarnation of Vishnu, which means all attractive or dark blue, and his Shakti Radha, the incarnation of Lakshmi, which means the pleasing one. Many significant epithets accorded to Krishna including Radha Ramana and Radha Vallabh, which means the lover and the beloved of Radha, are directly derived from the name of his consort, Radha. Similarly, epithets of Radha including Krishna Kanta, which means the consort of Krishna, and Krishna Vallabha, which means the eternal companion of Krishna, are directly associated with the name of Krishna. Literature. Radha Krishna's first literary mention was found in King Hala's Prakrit text Gatha Saptasati, which is composed of 700 verses and was written in the 1st century CE. Later, the popular Gita Govinda written by Jayadeva in 12th century CE widely depicted Radha and Krishna as a couple. According to scriptures like Brahma Vaivarta Purana and Garga Sanhita, Radha Krishna are the supreme deities. Content of both the scriptures are majorly based on the divine pastimes of Radha Krishna in Vrindavan and Golok. The other relevant texts mentioning Radha Krishna are the Radhopanishad, Radhika Tapani Upanishad, Gopala Tapani Upanishad, Shiva Purana, Brahmana Purana, Skanda Purana, Padma Purana, Matsya Purana, Devi Bhagavata Purana, Narad Purana, Narada Pancharatra, Radha Tantra, Brahma Sanhita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Radha is also indirectly mentioned in Bhagavata Purana along with Krishna under many different names like Aradhika and Gopi. Adi Shankaracharya also mentioned Radha under the name of Radhika in his work called Achyuta Ashtakam, which is dedicated to the Achyuta form of Krishna. The devotional works of Jayadeva, Nimbakacharya, Rasik saints like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his 6 disciple Goswamis, Bhakti poets saints Narsingh Mehta, Vidyapati, Chandidas, Mirabai, Surdas and Swami Haridas played pivotal role in spreading devotion to the divine couple. According to several Hindu denominations including Gaudiya Vaishnavism, Nimbaka Sampradaya, Pushti Marg, and Swaminarayan Sampradaya, it is believed that Radha is not just one cowherd maiden, but the origin of all the Ishtsakhi, Gopis, or divine personalities that participate in the Rasa dance. Shakti and Shaktiman. The common derivation of Shakti and Shaktiman, that is, female and male principle in a god, implies that Shakti and Shaktiman are the same. Each and every god has its partner, or Shakti, and without this Shakti, is sometimes viewed being without essential power. It is a not uncommon feature of Hinduism when worship of a pair rather than one personality constitutes worship of God, such as worship of Radha Krishna. Traditions worshipping Krishna as Swayam Bhagwan, who is male, include reference and veneration to his Radha, who is worshipped as supreme. A view that exists of Orthodox Krishnaism, the sect of the worship of Krishna, is that Radha is Shakti and Krishna is Shaktiman and are always found without any tinge of materialistic attributes or cause. Theology and philosophy. From the Vaishnava point of view, the divine feminine energy implies a divine source of energy, God or Shaktiman. Sita relates to Rama, Lakshmi belongs to Narayana, Radha has her Krishna. As Krishna is believed to be the source of all manifestations of God, Radha, his consort, is the original source of all Shaktis, or feminine manifestation of divine energy. The first theologo-philosophical justification for worshipping Radha Krishna was given by Nimbakacharya, a founder of the Nimbaka Sampraday in 12th or 13th century CE. In accordance with the Sahitya Akademi Encyclopedia, he more than any other acharyas gave Radha a place as a deity. A number of interpretations according to traditions possess a common root of personalism in the understanding of worship. Specifically, Chaitanyate Gaudiya Vaishnava doctrine and mission is fiercely personalistic, proclaiming the supremacy of Krishna, the identification of Chaitanya as Radha Krishna, the reality and eternality of individual selves, and a method for approaching the absolute reality and the deity as a person first and foremost. Jiva Goswami in his Preeti Sandarbha states that each of the gopis exhibits a different level of intensity of passion, among which Radha's is the greatest. In his famous dialogues, Ramananda Ray describes Radha to Chaitanya and quotes, among other texts, a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita 2.8.100, before he goes on to describe her role in the pastimes of Vrindavana. The central pivot point of the theology is related to the word rasa. The theological use of the word can be found very early, about 2000 years before the Nimbarka or Chaitanya schools, in a phrase that the tradition frequently quotes, "Truly, the Lord is rasa," from the Brahma Sutras. This statement expresses the view that God is the one who enjoys the ultimate rasa or spiritual rapture, emotions. According to Swami Krishnananda, between the two incarnations of Vishnu, Rama signifies human perfection, whereas Krishna represents divine perfection. Rama establishes the ideals of discipline, law, conduct and righteousness, and hence is called Maryada Purushottama, and Krishna represents God playing the divine sport of his transcendent and supermental magnificence, glory and perfection in the world of mortals, and hence is called Leela Purushottama. In traditions, Radha Krishna are worshipped in the following Hindu denominations. Bhagavata. In Vedic and Puranic literature, Radha and other forms of the root word Radh have meaning of perfection, success, and even wealth. Lord of success, Indra was referred to as Radhaspati. In references to Mahavishnu as the Lord of Fortune and freely used by Jayadeva as Jaya Jayadev Hare, the victorious Hari, and Radhaspati, all found in many places. The word Radha occurs in the Atharva Veda, Taittiriya Brahmana and Taittiriya Sanhita. Charlotte Vaudeville, in the article Evolution of Love Symbolism in Bhagavatism, draws some parallel to Napinai, appearing in Godha's magnum opus Tirupavi and in Nammalvar's references to Napinnani, the daughter-in-law of Nangopa. Napinnai is believed to be the source of Radha's conception in Prakrit and Sanskrit literature, although their characteristic relations with Krishna are different. In the ritual dance called Kurvai, Krishna dances with his wife Napinnai. It is a complex relationship, for the devotee is the same as and yet different from the Lord, and so even in the joy of union there is the pain of separation. Indeed, the highest form of devotion, according to Yamunakaya, comes not in union but after the union, in the fear of new separation. Yashastilaka Champukavya and Gaha Sattasai make references to Radha and Krishna well before Jayadeva's period. There are elaborate references of Radha and Krishna in Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Garga Sanhita and Padma Purana. Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampraday. Gaudiya Vaishnava, as the name suggests, usually refers to the region of Bengal. Early Bengali literature gives a vivid description of the depiction and evolution of understanding of Radha and Krishna. In this Bengali tradition, metaphysical status and Radha worship are considered to have been established by Krishna Dasa in his Chaitanya Charitamrita, where he represents the doctrine that prevailed among the Vrindavan Chaitanyites following Chaitanya's demise in 1533. It is believed that Krishna, desiring to experience fully what it is like to love Krishna as Radha does, appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what Radha does in her longing for Krishna is to chant his names. One of the self-manifested deities established by Gopala Bhatta Goswami is called Radha Ramana. Since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seen as combined form of Radha Krishna, Radha Ramana is viewed not only as Krishna, but as a unified form of Radha Krishna. And worship in his temple, located in the center of Vrindavana, is a perpetual daily affair, involving several prescribed events throughout the day, with the goal of being theoretical and remote, but with aspiration of the possibility to attend and associate directly with Radha and Krishna. Manipuri Vaishnavism. The Manipuri Vaishnavism is a regional variant of Gaudiya Vaishnavism with the culture-forming role among the Meitei people in the northeastern Indian state of Manipur. There, after a short period of Ramaism penetration, Gaudiya Vaishnavism spread in the early 18th century, especially from beginning its second quarter. Raja Gharib Nawaz, under the influence of Nattottama Thakura's disciples, was initiated into the Chaitanya tradition with worship of Radha Krishna as the supreme deity. Every village there has a Thakur Ghat and a temple. Manipuri Ras Leela and other dances are a feature of the regional folk and religious tradition, and often, for example, a female dancer will portray both Krishna and his consort, Radha, in the same piece. Haridasi Sampraday. The Haridasi tradition was founded by Vrindavan saint and musician, Swami Haridas, in the 16th century in Vrindavan. The theology of Haridasi tradition revolves around the divine couple Radha Krishna and the cowherd maidens who serve them. In Haridasi tradition, Radha is considered as the supreme deity, even above Krishna. Nimbarka Sampraday. The Nimbarka Sampraday worship the youthful form of Krishna, alone or with his consort Radha, is one of the earliest, dating at least to the 12th century CE, just as Rudra Sampraday does. According to Nimbakacharya, a founder of the Sampraday, Radha is the eternal consort and wedded wife of Krishna, who lives forever with him in Golok. Nimbaka's philosophical position is dualistic monism, and he centered all his devotion to Krishna and his consort Radha. The Nimbarka Sampraday is one of the four bona fide Vaishnavite traditions. Lack of evidence due to the destruction of Mathura and Vrindavan in the 13th century and 14th century has meant that the true dates and origins of this tradition are shrouded in mystery and await investigation. Nimbaka, who is widely held by scholars such as Satyanand Joseph, Prof. Rasik Bihari Joshi, Prof. M. Agrawal etc., to be at least of the same time or before the appearance of Shankaracharya, was the first Acharya to worship Radha along with Krishna in Sakhi Bhava Upasana method of worship. In his Vedanta Kamadhenu Dishashloki, it is clearly stated that this theme was taken up by Jaydeva Goswami and other poets of the time who saw the inherent beauty and bliss which constitute this philosophy. In his Gita Govinda, Krishna speaks to Radha. O woman with desire, place on this patch of flower-strewn floor your lotus foot, and let your foot through beauty win. To me who am the Lord of all, O be attached, now always yours. O follow me, my little Radha. Jaydeva, Gita Govinda. It is believed, however, that the source of Jaydeva's heroine in his poem remains a puzzle of the Sanskrit literature. At the same time, there are well-documented references to works earlier than Gita Govinda, which some count to be more than 20. The figure of Radha is one of the most elusive in the literature of Sanskrit. She is described only in a few selected passages of Prakrit as Sanskrit poetry, a few inscriptions and a few works on grammar, poetry and drama. Jaydeva has referred to them and created an exquisite lyrical poem of passionate devotion in the 12th century CE, and from this poetic beginning a huge movement specific to Bengal began. In this Sampraday, the significance of Radha is not less than the significance of Sri Krishna. Both are conjointly the object to be worshipped in this school of Nimbaka, who is also one of the first commentators on Brahma Sutras under the name Vedanta Parijita Saurabha. The later Acharyas of the Nimbarka Sampraday in the 13th and 14th centuries in Vrindavana composed much literature on the divine couple. Swami Shree Sribhat, the elder god brother of Jaydeva, composed the Yugala Shataka for the Dhrupada style of musical presentation like Jaydeva. However, unlike Jaydeva who composed his work in Sanskrit, Swami Sribhata's compositions are in Vraja language, a Hindi vernacular which was understood by all inhabitants of Vraja. Indeed, the rest of the acharyas of this tradition wrote in Vraja language, and due to the lack of prevalence of this language in modern times, very little research has been done, even though these acharyas predate the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan by centuries. Rare exception was Vijay Ramnaresa's PhD thesis in 2014. In any case, the sole object of worship in the Nimbaka Sampradaya is the unified divine couple of Sri Radha Krishna. According to the 16th century Mahavani written by Jagadguru Swami Sri Harivyasa Devacharya, Radham Krishna Swarupangvai, Krishnam Radha Swarupinam, Kalatmanam Nikunjastham Guru Rupam Sadda Bhaje. Which means, I ceaselessly praise Radha who is none other than Krishna, and Sri Krishna who is none other than Radha, whose unity is represented by the Kama Bija and who are forever resident in Nikunja Golok Vrindavana. The contribution from the Nimbarka Sampraday to the philosophy of Radha Krishna is undeniable, as the philosophy and theology originate in it. Pranami Sampraday. The Pranami Sampraday emerged in the 17th century in Gujarat, based on the Radha Krishna focused syncretic Hindu-Islamic teachings of Devchandra Maharaj and his famous successor, Mahamti Pranath. Pushtimarg Sampraday. Vallabhacharya, founder of Pushtimarg tradition even before Chaitanya, worshipped Radha, where according to some sects, the devotees identify mainly with the female companion of Radha who are privileged to arrange intimate pastimes for Radha Krishna. One of the prominent poets of this tradition, which also called Radha Vallabhi, named Dhruvadasa, was notable for being principally concerned with the private relationships of Radha and Krishna. In his poetry Kaurasi Pad and in the commentaries of his followers, the concentration is in meditation on the unique benefits of constant reflection on the eternal Leela. Radhabhis share with their Vaishnava co-religionists a great regard for Bhagavata Purana, but some of the pastimes that are outside the scope of relationships with Radha and Gopis do not feature in the concept of this school. Emphasis is placed on the sweetness of the relationship, or rasa. Radha Vallabh Sampraday. The Radha-centered Radha Vallabh Sampraday, founded by Hit Harivansh Mahaprabhu in the 16th century, occupies a special position among other traditions. In its theology, Radha is worshipped as the supreme deity, and Krishna is in a subordinate position. Swaminarayan Sampraday. Radha Krishna Dev has a special place in the Swaminarayan Sampraday, as Swaminarayan himself referred to Radha Krishna in the Shikshapatri he wrote. Further, he himself ordered the construction of temples in which Radha Krishna have been installed as deities. Swaminarayan explained that Krishna appears in many forms. When he is together with Radha, he is regarded as Supreme Lord under the name of Radha Krishna. With Rukmini he is known as Lakshmi Narayan. The first temple constructed in the sect, built in Ahmedabad in 1822, houses the images of Narayana, forms of Arjuna and Krishna, in the central shrine. The shrine on the left of the hall has murtis of Radha Krishna. According to the philosophy of the tradition, there were many female companions of Krishna, gopis, but out of all of them Radha was considered to be the perfect devotee. Those who wish to come close to Krishna must cultivate the devotional qualities of Radha. According to theory, the sect has set aside Golok as the supreme heaven or abode, because there Krishna is supposed to be enjoying himself with his gopis, who according to the Swaminarayan Sampraday, the milkmaids with whom Krishna danced. His relations with them symbolize the relation of God with the devotee in reciprocation. Vavishnava Sahajiya. Since the 15th century CE, the Tantric Vavishnava Sahajiya tradition flourished in Bengal and Assam, inspired by Bengali spiritual poet Chandidas, where Krishna is the inner divine aspect of man and Radha is the aspect of woman. The date of Chandidas' poem Shree Krishna Kirtana is still under question, however the text remains one of the most important evidences of early portrayal of the popular story of Lord Krishna's love for the cowherd girl Radha, in Bengali literature and religion. The 412 songs of Shree Krishna Kirtana are divided into 13 sections that represent the core of the Radha Krishna legendary cycle, with many variants providing excellent comparative material. The manuscript clearly suggests that the songs were meant to be sung, and implies particular ragas for the recitation. There is considerable debate as to the authenticity of the text that has significant religious meaning. Varkari tradition. In Varkari tradition, which is majorly based in the region of Maharashtra, Radha and Krishna are often venerated in their regional forms of Rahi and Vithoba, also called Vithala. According to the local legends, Rahi is the wife of Vithala. Outside Hinduism. Outside Hinduism, Radha and Krishna are mentioned in the scriptures and commentaries of Jainism and Sikhism. Guru Gobind Singh, in his Dasam Grantha, describes Radha the Sukal Bisrika. Thus, Radhika went out in the light of the white soft moon, wearing a white robe to meet her Lord. It was white everywhere and hidden in it, she appeared like the light itself in search of him. In many Jain commentaries, including the popular Venisamhara by Narayana Bhatta and Dhvanyaloka by Anandavardhana written in 7th century, Radha and Krishna are mentioned. Jain scholars like Somadeva Suri and Vikram Bhatta continued mentioning Radha Krishna between 9th-12th century in their literary works. Temples. In India, temples of Sri Radha Krishna are prevalent throughout India and the world. However, Braj region including Vrindavan, Barsana, Gokul, Nandgaon, and Mathura are considered to be the centers of Radha Krishna worship. Some of the important temples of Radha Krishna in Braj region are: in Vrindavan, Sri Radha Madan Mohan Temple, Shree Govind Devji Temple, Shree Radha Raman Temple, Shree Radha Gokulananda Temple, Shree Radha Damodar Temple, Shree Banke Bihari Temple, Shree Jugal Kishore Temple, Shree Radha Gopinath Temple, Shree Radha Shyam Sundar Temple, Prem Mandir, Shahji Temple, ISKCON Temple, Nidhivan Temple, Seva Kunj Temple, Shree Radha Vallabh Temple, Kusum Sarovar, Radha Kund. Pagal Baba Temple, Shree Radha Ras Bihari Ishtkhi Temple, Priyakant Ju Temple, and Shree Vrindavan Chandrodaya Temple. In Mathura, Shree Krishna Janmabhoomi Temple and Shree Dwarkadhish Temple. In Barsana, Shree Radha Rani Temple, Rangili Mahal, Shree Man Mandir. In Nandgaon, Shree Nand Baba Temple. In Gokul, Shree Nand Yashoda Bhavan, Raman Reti Temple. In Bhandirvan, Shree Radha Krishna Vivasthali, Shree Radha Bhandir Bihari Temple. Some other important Radha Krishna temples across India are Shree Radha Govind Devji Temple in Jaipur, Lalji Temple in Kalna, Hare Krishna Golden Temple in Hyderabad, Murlidhar Krishna Temple in Nagar, Shree Govindaji Temple in Imphal, Madan Mohan Temple in Karoli, Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir in Nadia, Swaminarayan Temple Gadadhar in Botad, Swaminarayan Temple Vartal in Khera, ISKCON Bangalore, ISKCON Chennai. ISKCON Delhi, Radha Damodar Temple, Junagadh, Bhakti Mandir Mangar, Swaminarayan Temple Mumbai, ISKCON Temple Mumbai, ISKCON Temple Ujjain, Swaminarayan Temple Bhuj, ISKCON Temple Patna, Swaminarayan Temple Dholera near Ahmedabad, Radha Krishna Temple of Baro in Kangra, historical temples in Bishnupur of Bankura district including Rismancha, Radha Shyam Temple, Shyam Ray Temple, Jor Bangla, and Radha Madhab Temple. Outside India, there are many Vaishnavism traditions that spread the worship of Radha Krishna across the world. There are around 850 ISKCON temples spread across the world which promotes the worship of Radha Krishna. Similarly, Swaminarayan Sampradaya has also established multiple temples outside India in which Radha Krishna Dev are worshipped. Radha Madhav Dham in Austin, Texas, built by Jagadguru Kripalu Parishat, is one of the biggest Radha Krishna temple in the Western Hemisphere. In Malaysia, Sri Kunj Bihari Temple is one of the historic temple of Radha Krishna established in 1835. Hymns. The Shri Radhika Krishnastika is a hymn. It is said that the reciter can get to Krishna via Radha by chanting it. The other popular songs and prayers include Yuglashtakam written by Jiva Goswami, which glorifies the love and inseparability of the divine couple Radha Krishna, and Jayadeva's much acclaimed work Gita Govinda, which was written in the 12th century and is still the part of temple songs of Jagannath Temple, Puri. Radhe Krishna, the Maha Mantra of Nimbaka Sampradaya, is as follows. Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam. Shyam Shyam, Radhe Radhe. Gallery.